Hello everyone, Virixiss here once again, and we are going to do a little mini guide to how to be a better diver. A few weeks ago, I read a book that may have changed my life. It's called The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, and it outlines how most of human behavior is driven by habit loops. For example, when you put on a jacket, which arm do you put in first? If you've ever thought about it, you'll notice that it's probably the same arm, and you chose it without ever making a decision. When you wake up in the morning, you'll probably have a set routine that can take anywhere from 10 minutes to 3 hours. You might simply shuffle to the kitchen, fetch a cup of coffee, or you'll start an elaborate ritual of cleaning and readying yourself for the day ahead. These habits can also transfer to how we play video games. To take depth an example, what do you do when you hear your heartbeat sensor pick up? You might immediately spam detection measures, or find the nearest corner to camp, or drop mines everywhere. But you'll do it quickly, and without thinking, because that behavior is created by a habit loop. Knowing how habit loops form can be a very powerful tool in changing how you play your game, because you'll know how to change them. Habit loops have 3 parts: a cue that triggers the loop, a routine that follows the cue, and the reward for the routine that ends the loop. For example, let's say you have a corner camping habit. When you hear the sharks get close, your heartbeat sensor is the cue. Your routine is to find the nearest corner and put your back in it, and your reward is feeling safer about your chances of survival. But let's say you want to change that habit into something different. Well, you can't really destroy the old habit, since old habits never really die. They just get overwritten. So you have to change the habit in a way that your brain is happy about. The best way to change a habit is to keep the cue, but change the routine in a way that also keeps the same reward. Back to our depth example. You want to stop corner camping because it's bad and it gets you killed more often than half the time. You want to be more proactive and bring the fight to the sharks more often. You have to find a new routine that triggers on the same cue, which is the heartbeat sensor, and delivers the same reward, which is feeling safer or more prepared. You want a statement that looks kind of like this: when I hear my heartbeat sensor, I will do X, and I will feel more prepared. You could try a few routines until you find one that works. You might try a routine like using a scope to cover a single corridor, but that might not make you feel safer because now the other 3 corridors are unprotected, so the routine would most likely fail. But if you tried a routine like, say, throwing flares into entrances whenever your heartbeat sensor picks up and covering the uncovered entrance, you might feel quite a bit safer, in which case the habit is more likely to succeed. Now the habit loop is, when I hear my heartbeat sensor, I will throw flares into nearby entrances because that makes me feel more prepared. Think about your own games, or better yet, watch your own games, and watch for your own habits. See how often your habits help you react faster than you could otherwise make a decision about what's going on. Your habits can be quite helpful, or they could be a big hindrance. Understanding how habits work and how they can work for you can be a help in the next stepping stone to improving your gaming time. So tell me about your habits in game, and let me know what kind of diving topic or question you'd like me to cover in the future. Also let me know if you prefer tea, coffee, or hot chocolate as well, since everyone liked my cheese question before. Thanks for watching, guys. My name is, and always has been, Virixiss, and I will see you in the water.